Welcome to episode number 12 of the Texas Rangers March to October continued in franchise series. And today, I'm going to be playing opening day 2021 here in this Rangers, or my Texas Rangers March to October continued in franchise series, obviously. Opening day 2021 against the Astros at home, so it's not like this episode will be opening day and this episode will be the home opener. Home opener and opening day are in the same game because our first game is our season opener and our first game is also at home. So our first game is our season opener, our opening day, and our home opener. It's Corey Kluber versus Zach Greinke, but first, before we get into the game, I want to quickly show you the lineup because I've made some changes, big changes. Here it is. So I have Elvis Andrews, and before, I just want to mention there's 99 career home runs. So if you can hit one in this game, which will be if you can hit one in this game, it'll be 100 career home runs. So, let's do it. DJ LeMahieu, welcome to the Rangers. Got him. 3 years, $22.7 million per year. 30 years a player option, just because that upped his interest. So, $22.7 million this year, next year, or for the next 3 years, including this year. So, 2021, 22, and 2021, 2022, and 2023. And 2023 is a player option. Mookie Betts, yes, I know. Mookie Betts, yeah. Mookie Betts batted .344 last year. 35 home runs, 113 RBIs, 38 triples, had 206 hits. His OPS was over 1,000, with 1,027. His on-base percentage was .430, and he slugged .597, and his OPS, like I said, is 1,027. So, Joey Dow we already had. Trey Mancini we got via trade last year. This was a March to October. This was a March to October continuing franchise. This was a March to October. We won the World Series back last year in 2020. This is still MLB Show 20, by the way, because you cannot port over franchises from MLB Show 20 to MLB Show 21. So I started this March to October here in MLB Show 20. Won the World Series in 2020, and then you had an option to continue in franchise or restart the March to October, and you would restart in 2020. And if you continue in a franchise, it would just be like a normal franchise, and you would, well, be in 2021, all that stuff. So I decided to do that. I did it with my Twins, March to October, now continuing in franchise as well, along with this series, which is now at Texas Rangers March to October continuing in franchise. So I did it in both of those series just because I don't want to restart the March to October because I don't have to restart 2020. It doesn't let you even move on to 2021 unless you continue in a franchise. We still have Willie Calhoun. Ruben Odor, we still have him. I have DJ LeMahieu at first base because I want Odor playing second base. Todd Frazier and Robinson Chirinos. On the bench, yes, George Springer on the bench. He plays in center field. Mancini's actually not a center fielder. He's a right fielder, but he also plays first, left, and center. So I have him center against righties. I have Sprinter in center against lefties. And then I have Danny Santana on the bench. Reese McGuire, not in via trade from Toronto, or a better catcher, because our other better catcher, I forgot who that was last year. Nick Solon and Andrew McCutcheon, who had not via trade from Philadelphia last year. He's the DH against lefties. Because Willie Town's a lefty, so that's why he's only the DH against righties. So Willie Town's a DH against righties, Andrew McCutcheon's a DH against lefties, and like I said, George Springer plays center field against lefties, and Trey Mancini plays center field against righties, and yeah. So that's it for that. Pitcher rotation should be the same, I think. I don't know if it's the same. But Corey Kluber, Lance Lynn, Mike Minor, Kyle Dixon, Jordan Lyles, bullpen, Brett Martin. I had some new bullpen arms. Shane Carley, I hope I'm not botching that name. Steve Sajak, Victorino Dronins. Victorino, I'm probably completely botching his first name. Sorry about that. I got him 2 years, $2.8 million per year. 7 years a club option. This guy, $2 million per year. 7 years a club option as well. And this guy, then just 1 year, $1.5 million. Because he's not near free agency, that's for sure. And then Brett Martin, I think we had him last year. Yes, and he still has, this year he's still not near free agency. 660K this year. Andrew Miller, he's new. 1 year, $5 million. Nick Doody, I think we had him last year, yes. And Jose Clerk was our amazing closer, went 43 for 49 on saves. 43 saves, 6 blown saves, so he had 43 saves and 49 save opportunities. He still has 2 more years on his contract, $3.7 million this year, $4.2 million next year, and that should be it. And the trade I got for McGuire, I just want to show you this. I got Reese McGuire, just out of the Rangers. Reese McGuire from the Blue Jays for Ronald Guzman, who was a first baseman, and Yanni Hernandez, who was a center baseman in like AAA. So, and I did that right before I started filming because I realized I had to do a backup catcher. Our budget is a weekly budget, $5,000 per year, or excuse me, $5,000 per week. So our budget is really tight. It's Granty and Kluber here on opening day. Let's get into it. Both controllers per usual. Here on March 25th, 2021. $3:05 Eastern. Play full game. The Rangers will be the blue controller. The gold controller, unfortunately, has like a left stick is I have 4 controllers. Gold controller, blue controller, camo controller, and or I have a gold controller, a blue controller, a camo controller, and a black controller. The black controller came with the PS4, and I got the other 3 controllers. I think I got 1 for Christmas. I think maybe 2. I bought the gold one, and then I think the other 2 I got for Christmas or something. The gold one and the black one, the left stick is messed up, so that's why I'm using the blue controller and the camo controller. So the Rangers are the blue controller, and the Astros will be the camo controller. We went 118-44 last year, so broke the win record, won the World Series. The Astros went 87-75. I believe they missed the playoffs. Yeah, I believe they did miss the playoffs. So obviously we have Sprinter, former Astro. So yeah, let's get into the game. That's Zach Greinke for the Astros. That's Elvis Andrus for the Rangers. Do I do an alternate? I kind of like the red ones. Yeah, why not? Alternate win uniforms for the Rangers and road uniforms for the Astros. Globe Light Field holds 40,300. Open in 2020. Presentation mode broadcast theme style MLB Network. Quick down sound. Watch out the roof open. Cloud cover. No, change it to clear skies because it's open today. Yeah, Zach Greinke versus Kluber. Righty versus righty. 92 versus 90. Kluber's a 90, or Kluber's a 92, and Zach Greinke's a 90. They have Altuve, Straw, Alvarez, Correa, Redmond, Gurriel's a DH. They have Daniel Murphy at first base, Kyle Tucker and right, and then Corey Liu, I believe that the #1 prospect is the catcher. And the bench is Daniel Robertson, Martin Maldonado, Matt Duffy, Ronnie Dwanson, and Garrett Stubbs. So, yeah, Miles Straw is really fast. He has 95 speed, but only 14 steal. So we have Andrews, LeMahieu, Betts, Gallo, Mancini, Calhoun, Odor, Frazier, and Chirinos. Let's get an opening day right now on the play plans for this game. Matt Vesturger is not turned down at all. Here we go. Opening day 2021. And Rising Star. I believe it's the first overall, or like the best prospect in baseball in this game, obviously. Both DHs are batting 6th. No catcher to bat 9th. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast here on MLB Network. It's opening day 2021 here at Globe Light Field, as we have a good matchup for you this afternoon between the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. Hi there, everybody. Baseball is back. Vinny J here in 242 aka Man Cave, as baseball is back. As everyone's probably had this day circled on their calendar since midwinter. As you can see, last year, Rangers won the World Series last year, and they were first in ERA in the AL, third in the MLB. They were first in walks allowed in the AL and the MLB, and all those rankings right there, they were near the top, if not at the top, like they were at the top in the AL and the MLB for walks allowed. So the matchup is it's Greinke and Kluber on the mound. It's opening the 2021, and it's coming up next here on MLB Network. Corey Kluber had 33 starts last year, 25-2 record. Literally 25-2 record. 2.12 ERA, 263 innings pitched, 197 hits, 0.93 WHIP, 47 walks and 310 strikeouts. I believe, then I just heard the police that say this just now. I believe he won a AL Cy Young last year. Here's Altuve as he's on leadoff here on opening day, first at bat of the season. Center, cutter, curveball, forcing fastball, and a changeup for Kluber. As the 1-1 count, put down center as we're on our way here at Globe Light Field here on opening day. And it's a line drive, and that will fall in front of Betts. And it's a hit for Altuve, his first of the season. First hit for Altuve and the Astros here in 2021. And here comes Miles Straw. Remember that Rangers have George Springer. He's not playing today, but he is a former Astro. Here we go, 1-1 pitch. Line drive, ground ball around the base hit. As they got by the first baseman LeMahieu. 2-on-2 out for the Astros here in the first inning. So Altuve signals the right, now Straw signals the right, and now it is Yordan Alvarez. The left fielder, 2-on, nobody out here in the first. That's a ground ball. This should be 2. Second 1. First, and that is a double play. Frazier, Odor, LeMahieu, 2 down as the runner moves over to third base. And here's the starting lineup for the Houston Astros. Jose Altuve, Miles Straw, Yordan Alvarez, Carlos Correa, Alex Bregman, Yuri Gurriel, the DH, Daniel Murphy, Kyle Tucker, and Corey Lee. Last season, 1,546 hits, 9th in the AL in that category for the Houston Astros. Runner at third, 2 outs. Correa trying to pick up his teammates after that double play. And that's a pop-up towards the sidewall. Going over to LeMahieu. Can he catch it? Is there room? And he does! He caught it as he reached over the side rail and to make the catch, and the inning's over. Usually they drop those, but this one LeMahieu catches it over the side railing, and the inning is over. Rangers coming to the bat, no score here on opening day. Zach Greinke, 32 starts last year, 18-3 record, 3.21 ERA, 235 1/3 innings pitched, 196 hits, 1.06 WHIP, 53 walks, and 183 strikeouts. There's Andrews is he's at 99 career home runs, 1 home run save, be 100, 2-1 pitch, the leadoff man. Ground ball right to Altuve, it was perfect. Altuve fields it on a couple of hops, or probably more than 2 hops, but the ground ball out, 4-3 ground out. Here's the starting lineup for the Texas Rangers here on opening day. Elvis Andrews, DJ LeMahieu playing first base, Mookie Betts, Joey Dowd, Trey Mancini, Willie Calhoun, the DH, Rutan Odor, Todd Frazier, and Robinson Chirinos. It's 290 average last year for the Rangers. That was first in the AL. So this team's really good. We're ranked 4th in baseball, 1st in power, and 10th in pitching. So this team's really good, and they bulked up their offense and their pitching during this past offseason. Here's LeMahieu. LeMahieu grounds it off the pitcher. Fielded by the catcher, which was Corey Lee, and it's in time. 2 down. Score that play, 1-2-3. It's a 1-2-3 ground out. Looks like Corey Lee would come out to tend to his pitcher, but the manager and the trainer will stay in the dugout. But that one hit the lead of the Greinke and went right back to the catcher and was able to hit LeMahieu. And here comes Mookie Betts, first at bat in Rangers uniform. At the ground ball over the head of the pitcher, right to Altuve, though, because he had to shift on, not a hurry! Picked by Murphy. 1-2-3 to the Rangers. And the score 0-0 here in Arlington. There's Bregman, who had 32 home runs, 99 RBIs last year. His team did not make the playoffs. Rangers did. Astros didn't make the playoffs. Rangers did and went all the way to the World Series, and they went 118 and 44 and broke the win record and won the World Series. And here's the Rangers defense. Joey Dallo, Trey Mancini, and Mookie Betts in the outfield won a Gold Glove last year. DJ LeMahieu also won a Gold Glove last year. Ruben Odor, Elvis Andrews, and Ty Frazier in the infield, and Robinson Chirinos behind the plate. Corey Kluber on the mound. So they picked up LeMahieu and Betts along with some other players during the offseason. LeMahieu and Betts both won a Gold Glove last year. LeMahieu at first, Betts at right. Little tapper to the DH Gurriel right to Kluber, and throw to first is in time. 2 down here in the second. That was actually pretty close, and that was pretty close at first base, and the Astros might look at this. That was close. It was actually really close, closer than Kluber wanted to, and yeah, he's out. And the Astros will not challenge the call at first base, and it will remain out. And the call on the field will remain out. It was out. He was out by half a step. Here's Murphy. Not sure if he's a new player for the Astros or not. 1-2 count. Ground ball up the middle. It's a base hit for Murphy. His first of 2021. 2-out single for Murphy. Now it is Kyle Tucker with Corey Lee, the catcher, on deck. Foul ball on the cutter. A little pop-up. Left side, Frazier's back, and he'll make the catch on the foul line, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left for the Astros. Middle of 2, the score is 0-0 here on opening day. Here's Joey Dallo, who had 35 home runs last year and 116 RBIs, and he batted, well, like 263, I think it said. 1-1 pitch to Dallo. That's a little jam shot. Didn't ship it foul. Kind of got jammed, but if it was a few more feet to the right, could have been a double maybe. That's a ground ball, gets a shift, fly down by Bredman, thrown from the outfield, grass safe as Dallo beat that out. Good effort by Bredman, but that's the first hit of the year for the Dallo and for the Rangers. And here comes Trey Mancini. They got via trade from the Orioles during the before the trade deadline last season. 3-1 hitters, count, it's low ball 4 on the 2-seam fastball. So a single, now a walk, 2-on nobody out for the Rangers here in the second. Astros had 2-on nobody out in the first, and there was a double play and then a pop out. Here's Calhoun, full count too. You can't walk him here. And he does it. Line shot. That's it deep. Right center. That ball is gone into the bullpen. 3-run shot for Calhoun. His first of the year. And the Rangers' first of the year as a team. Calhoun's first of the year as the individual. And first home run of the year for the Rangers. And first home run of the year for Calhoun. And the Rangers have a 3-0 lead in the second inning. So a signal, then a walk, and then a 3-run shot by Willie Calhoun with Dallo and Mancini scoring. 3-0 Rangers here in the second as they strike first here on opening day. 3-run shot. I did have to circle to try to rob it, but unfortunately the center fielder Straw or the right fielder that went 393 feet, 100.1 miles per hour off the bat. I did have to circle to rob it, but unfortunately the right fielder Tucker or the right fielder Tucker and the center fielder Straw cannot get there in time. 3-run shot for Willie Calhoun, his first of the year, and the Rangers' first of the year as a team. And it's 3-0 Rangers here in the second, and here's Odor. That's a ground ball foul. So a single by Dallo, walked by Mancini, or Dallo singled, Mancini walked, and then Calhoun had a 3-run shot into the Rangers bullpen in right center field. And that's the first home run of the year for the Rangers. That's the first home run of the year for the Rangers as a team. That's the first home run of the year for the Rangers as a team, and the first home run of the year for Calhoun as a player. 1-2 pitch. That's a ground ball right to Correa to the right of second. Throw to first, and there's 1 down. So the Rangers have a 3-0 lead, and they're showing that power. Here's the Astros defense. Jordan Alvarez, Miles Strong, Kyle Tucker in the outfield, Daniel Murphy, Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, and Alex Brenneman in the infield, and Corey Lee behind the plate. Obviously, Zach Greinke on the mound, who kind of got roughed up with that 3-run shot. Single, want, and 3-run shot. Here's Frazier, then it's Chirinos. Ground ball and gets shift, running over there is Altuve. He will feel, and he will throw at the 20 speed. Frazier, 2 down. Here's Chirinos. There's Chirinos, who had 26 home runs last year, 80 RBIs and batted, I think, 293, I think it said. Had a pretty good year last year. Line drive into shift base hit. Go all the way to the wall. Just to the left of the 326 sign. And the 16-speed Trinos is in the center base with a 2-out double. Barely, but he's in with a 2-out double. First of the year for Trinos. And now it's top of the order in Elvis Andrews. Homer here will be his 103 home run. And that is low, 2-1. This inning, he's thrown 25 pitches. 10 balls, 15 strikes, 25 total pitches in the inning for Greinke. Fly ball, this will not be gone, and it will die, and Straw's low in the inning, it's over. But Rangers strand 1, but they get 3 on this 3-run home run by Willie Calhoun. And the 2, the score is now the Rangers 3 and the Astros 0. Top 3, here's Corey Lee, top of the order to follow. And I think this is his first at bat. It's his first at bat, I believe, in the majors. 1 on pitch. That's a line drive, and it will go right into Dory's glove, 1 down. And here's Altuve with Stindl in the first. They have 2 on nobody out in the first, but then Alvarez running into a double play. It's not over yet, so we still have over half of the game to play. That's the ground ball to the other center baseman. Throw to first, and there's quickly 2 down here in the third. And now it's Straw, also Stindl in the first. He's a lot of speed. Popped up. He got jammed. Inbound ground over LeMahieu. 1-2-3 to the Astros. Middle of 3. The score is 3-0 Rangers. There's LeMahieu. His team's dangerous, pitching and hitting. Ground ball, and it is past the dive and Altuve. Going for the 9-3 is Tucker, not in time. Leadoff single for LeMahieu. I believe his first hit as a Ranger. I believe he got out the first time. So he made that good play when he reached over the sidewall and the catch in the first inning. To end the first inning, here's Betts. Betts lines 1, hit it on the nose, but it will go right to Miles Straw. 1 down here in the third. It's hit hard. Wasn't perfect, but it was hit hard. 1 down. And now it's Gallo, Stindl and Stored on Calhoun's home run back in, second inning? Yeah, an inning ago, last inning. Here we go. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down him on the slider. Below the zone at 82 miles per hour. First strikeout of the year and of the game for Greinke. 2 down for Mancini, who walked and scored on Calhoun's home run. 3-1 hitters count again, and that is low. Ball 4, so Mancini has 2 wants and as many at-bats. 2 on, 2 out for Willie Calhoun. A 3-run home run in the last inning. And he has 2 on, 2 out now here in the third, trying to pad the Rangers' lead. And that is low. Greinke's in some big trouble right now. Ground ball, and it's right to Correa with throw to center for the force, and the inning's over, and the Rangers strand a pair of runners. And the 3, the score is still 3-0 Rangers. Top 4 now. Full count to Alvarez, who ran into a 5-4-3 double play in the first. Shift is on now. Full count to Alvarez. Alvarez grounded right into the shift. Andrews behind second. Go to first, 1 down. Here's a top pitch speed comparison. 93 miles per hour for Kluber, 90 miles per hour for Greinke. So they both hit 90, but none of them are hitting like mid-90s or high 90s. 1-2 pitch. At the ground ball right to the first baseman LeMahieu, and there's quickly 2 down here in the fourth. Now it's Bredman who grounded out in his last at bat. Here we go. Astros trying to get back in this game, but they haven't got a base runner in a little bit. Ground ball, just foul. 2-2 now to Bredman. Bredman grounds 1 to Odor. Throw to LeMahieu in and over. 1-2-3 to the Astros. Middle of 4. The score is still 3-0 Rangers here at Globe Life Field. We're back here at Globe Life Field. Let's go on the field. Check in with Tanya Watney. John Madden. Yeah, seriously, we do have John Madden. I got him. You can see Madden. There's LeMahieu behind him, and the person he's talking to is probably like the pitching coach or hitting coach. I don't know. Here, thank you, Heidi, for that report. Here's Odor. Shift is on. And he does a dentist shift, but it goes foul. 1-2 pitch. That's a ground ball punched between Correa and Bredman. Base hit for Odor. Leadoff man on for the Rangers here in the bottom of the fourth, but in the center lead. Now it's Frazier. Swing and a miss, 1-2. He didn't miss anything, just last slip ended. Still 1-2 pitch. A 1-2 count to Frazier. Line drive, base hit. It's in the right center field. Can it be cut off by Straw? It can be, but the runner at first will easily get to third base. And there's runners in the corner with nobody out here in the fourth for the Rangers. Golden opportunity for them to send the lead, and now it is, who is this? Chirinos? Chirinos is... So the infield is halfway in. Runner at third at 62 speed. Here we go. Runners in the corners, nobody out. They're trying to cut the runner now at the plate, maybe. That's a ground ball, and it's coming home. Altuve's coming home. Safe. It wasn't a force, and it's now 4-0 Rangers. Maybe he should have went for the double play, or at least got an out. He doesn't. 2-on, nobody out now. Full count now to Andrews. 4-0, and they're starting to warm up Brad Peacock in the Astros bullpen in left center field. 2-on, nobody out. Randy's in some trouble. A little tapper. Looks like they're not going to get 1 out. It's a 3-assisted ground ball. Both runners will move up 90 feet. Runners in second and third, 1 out for DJ LeMahieu. Sindel in the third. If you want him, you have Mookie Betts on deck. And now it's a 3-1 hitters count. This could be bad. That's a pop-up. Shallow right center. They're going to send the runner. Didn't behind it. It's Tucker, and the runner, which is Chirinos, will not be sent as it throws up the line. It would have been safe, but the runner will stay put. He's doing it at 20 speed. Would have been safe as it throws up the first base line, but well, obviously you can't send them after the fact. Now it's Betts. Runner sending in third, 2 outs, 2-2 count. Can he come up clutch for his new team? Ground ball base hit. He can. One runner will score into the second runner, and he will score as it throws up the line. 2-run single for Betts. His first 2 RBIs in a Rangers uniform, and the Rangers lead 6-0 here in the fourth. And here's Dallow, and here comes Brad Peacock as Greinke cannot escape the fourth inning. As Greinke goes 3 2/3, 6 runs, and the runner at first base is responsible for Greinke. Here's Dallow. Dallow grounds 1 foul. 3 runs in the inning, 1-2 pitch. Popped up in foul territory. Going over is Bredman on the track, and he has plenty of room in the inning's over. But the Rangers get 3 more, and they lead 6-0 after 4 innings of play here on opening day. Back here in Arlington, or here we're back here at Low White Field. John Field check down. Tommy Watney again. I believe it's Dusty Baker. And Giovanni, here's the DH, Gurriel, 6-0 Texas. Half a game to play. Ground ball up the middle, base hit for Gurriel. As if the Astros hit 2 or 3 here, you never know. I mean, they still have well 15 more outs to work with. Obviously, there's no clock here in baseball. Obviously, you have a number of outs. 1-on pitch, swing and a miss. Line drive! That will find the gap! It will split the left fielder and the center fielder all the way to the wall, and they're going to send the runner, and he will score easily. It's an RBI double for Daniel Murphy, and the Astros are on the board. So then a single, then a double. It's an RBI double for Daniel Murphy. His first double and first RBI of the year, and it's 6-1. Runner at center, nobody out for Kyle Tucker. It's now a 5-run game here in the 5th. Foul ball. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. I did not mean to throw home. I accidentally hit the wrong button. My bad. And that is an E1. There was a bat to the pitcher, and he accidentally. Yes, I did. I did not mean to do that on purpose. I just accidentally hit X, and then he threw it to home, and then the catcher threw it to first, but unfortunately it wasn't in time. So now slap Kluber with an E1. 2 on, nobody out for Corey Lee, the rookie, and the rookie will line one right in the Mancini's glove. 2 down. That was a great lollipop throw. 1 down. It should be 2 down, but outside that brain fart. Here's Altuve. 1-2 with a single. Hit. Here we go. Trying to deliver for his Astros. Ground ball. It should be 2. It's only tough to turn. 2nd, first. Double play. And the inning is over. As Altuve grounded into a 4-6-3 rally tail and double play. And the inning's over. The Astros do get 1. That's all they did. We're halfway home here on opening day. The score is now 6-1, Texas. Bottom 5 now. Astros only got 1 in the top of the 5th. And the Rangers still lead by 5. No action in either bullpen as Peacock or remain in this game. Ground ball, Altuve, who grounded into a rally tail and double play at the end of the top of the 5th. Throw to first, 1 down. One on pitch to Calhoun, a homer earlier, ground ball to Bredman. The only guy on the left side of the infield. Throw to first, 2 down here in the 5th. 2 home runs. He allowed 2 home runs? I don't think he allowed 2 home runs. He allowed 1, I think. Here we go. Here's Odor, 2 down. Shift is on now. Here in the 5th, and that's foul ball, 1-2. They only allowed 1 home run, Granty. Allowed 6 runs. I believe it was only 1 home run, though. That's a ground ball right to Correa. Not right to him. Throw to first behind second. Will pull the first baseman off the bat. But then it pulled Murphy off the bat. Then Murphy tapped the door before he touched first base. In and over. And the 5 is score 6-1 Rangers. 2, 3, 4 due up for the Astros here in the 6th. They have 6 more outs to work with. Or excuse me, they have 12 more outs to work with. Down 6-1. That's a little jam shot and the 95 speed die. Well, not going to beat that one out. 1 down. And now it's Alvarez. He's 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. 1 of them was a double play. Line drive, hit on the nose. Mancini's coming and he makes a catch. And slides down in center field. 2 down. Squared up. It was right to Mancini. Here's Correa. Ground ball, first base coach at the dot. 1-2 to Correa. Ground ball, center base. Doro field it. Throw to LeMahieu in and over. 1, 2, 3 to the Astros. Middle of 6. Score is still 6-1. Rangers. That's their mascot, which is I believe a horse. Because Dallas, or not Dallas. Texas Rangers are on Cowboys. That's why the Rangers mascot is a horse. Bottom 6 now. Here's Frazier, singled and scored here in this game. Shift is on to the left in the infield and outfield, and he does a dent shift, perfect base hit for Frazier. He's now 2 for 3 in the game. Here's Chirinos, who doubled 1 for 2 with a double RBI and a run scored. 1 on pitch to Chirinos. Ground ball to be 2. Altuve, Correa, Murphy, and that's a double play. 4-6-3 double play, 2 down in the 6th. Now it's Elvis Andrews, 0 for 3 in the game. Remember, one home run away from getting to 100 career home runs here in his career, obviously. Ground ball won't be a home run or a hit, probably, and the inning is over. And the 6th score is still 6-1 Rangers here in Arlington. Pushing the bat third of the game. Astros have 9 more outs to work with, and they're down by 5. No action in either bullpen, as Kluber's been plowing through everyone. Ground ball past Kluber, base hit. Good start for Houston, trying to get. They don't think all 5 bats right now, but even if they did 2 or 3 more here and make it well, at least get within a grand slam. You never know. And there's Gurriel. Line drive. Betts is there, and he'll make the catch in straight away right field. One down. And now it's Murphy who had that Super 2 with a double single and an RBI. Had that RBI double last time. And I said, "Well, this should be 2. So I tapped the turn. Second one. First. And it's thrown over the first baseman and into the dugout. And Murphy would have second base. And then I'll slap the second baseman with an E4. So second error for the Rangers. Well, there should only be 1, but that E1 should never happen if I have a brain fire through home. So they're going to slap Odor with an E4 as the throw sailed over the first baseman's head and into the Rangers dugout. You get 1 base. So when the ball is thrown, I'll play from the infield. It's 1 base from the infield, 2 bases from the outfield. So from the infield, runner sent it 2 outs for Tucker. Chance to make it a 4-run game here. I said round ball. Throw to first by Odor is low, but this one's picked by LeMahieu, and that saves another error by Odor. And 7-minute stretch time here at the ballpark. The score is still 6-1, Rangers. So now the defense, I think we're like 6th in defense, and we have 2 errors today. Obviously, the first one should never happen, but I accidentally threw it home. I accidentally threw it home when I was supposed to throw it first, and then the batter was safe, so they slapped Kluber with an E1. The second one that was actually an error. I can't control that. Here's LeMahieu. Now actually either bullpens. The Peacock's been in for like 2 innings already. Ground ball to Altuve. Throw to first, and there is 1 down. So there's been 2 errors for the Rangers. An E1 by Kluber and an E4 by Odor. That E1 should never happen if I had to throw it home, but I had a brain fart, throw it home, and the batter was safe, so they slapped Kluber with an E1, and obviously then they slapped Odor with an E4 because that errant throw that went over the head of LeMahieu and ended the Rangers' dugout. Here's Betts, round ball right to Correa. Just whips it over to Murphy, 1 down, or 2 down. Now it's Gallo, 1 for 3 with a single and a run. Shift is on. Round ball and it's shift, base hit for Gallo. He's now 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Now it's Mancini's 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. Round ball, jumping over it is the runner down the center, which is Gallo. 2 on, 2 out now for the Rangers here in the 7th, leading the, well, 7 to lead. And apparently, the hit streak in real life did not roll over in the next year, but here they do. 6-game hit streak for Mancini. That's the 3rd time he's been on base, though, because there's a pair of walks. 2-2 pitch to Calhoun. Homer in the Dane. Ground ball at the middle. And going to first is Correa. In and over. And the Rangers straight up pair of runners. We had the 8th, but the Rangers still up 6-1. Top 8 now. Here's Corey Lee. Top of the order. Follow. And yeah, I'll just wait on that clip. I believe this is Torrey Lee's first MLB game. I mean, he does substitution. Then they do bullpen. I know starting the warm-up in the Rangers bullpen is Andrew Miller, which is one of our setup men. Got via free agency. He was on the Cardinals last year, I believe. Top 8 now. 2-2 pitch to Torrey Lee. Top of the order. Follow 6-1 Texas. Oh, Tapper bats the pitcher. He'll throw to first this time, and he does do that. 1 down. And here's the starting comparison. Grady went 3 2/3, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 7 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Kluber 7 1/3 innings pitching. He's still pitching. 1 run, 1 earned run, 6 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. And both of those walks by Grady were to Mancini. Here's Altuve, who's in the leadoff man for Houston. Foul ball. Here we go. 81st pitch down from Kluber. Ground ball, and that's past the Ivan Odor. 2 hits for Altuve as he's trying to get a rally going for Houston as that 5-1 has to work with as they're down by 5. Now it is Miles Straw. Little Tapper, and second one, first, no chance for 2 because Straw is so dang fast. Dealer's choice. Runner at first, 2 outs. Here's Alvarez. Alvarez flies one deep center field. Retreat is Mancini. but he will make the catch on the track, and the inning is over. As Alvarez just missed the home run that would have made it a 3-run game. We had it, well, middle of 8. The score is now 6-1. Well, the score is still 6-1 Rangers. Bottom 8 now. Rangers still haven't scored. They got 3 in the second, 3 in the fourth, nothing since. But they're still up 6-1. And here comes Tyler Webb. Lefty versus lefty. Lined or fly ball deep left center. Gomez Alvarez. He will meet the catch like this down left center field. 1 down. See one from the sun to the shadows. And there's Frazier. It's 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run scored. 2-2 pitch. And popped up. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, then to shift. And it's 3 singles for Tom Frazier here on opening day. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball is to be 2. Altuve, Correa, Murphy. To hit by Murphy, and a low throw by Correa and an over. We head to the 9th with the Rangers up 6-1. Rangers need, or pardon me, the Astros need 5 runs tie, 6 to hit the lead. Kluber's still in the days. Energy's still in the dreams. 3 outs away from pitching a complete game here on opening day. 1-0 pitch. A little jam shot, and now will go through for a base hit as LeMay kind of stopped. And then they got past him, and they got past Odor. It's a leadoff single for Correa. As the Astros are trying to get a rally going here in the 9th. 3-2 pitch. Oh, ground ball is to be 2, botched by the second baseman, and everybody is safe! As he's still trying to go to center base after he botched it. Should have just went to first, they did the sure out, trying to go to center, they did the lead man, but he got nobody. 2 on, nobody out. And well, first on out, they're starting to warm up their closer, Jose Leclerc. So there's the Rangers starting to warm up their closer, Jose Leclerc. And here comes Andrew Miller. Here comes the manager, Joe Madden, out of the... here comes the manager, Rangers manager, Joe Madden, as Trina shakes the hand of Kluber, as Madden hits the baseball from Kluber. And he'll probably salute the fans here, as he will probably tip his cap. And he will, as he will salute the fans here at Globe Life Field, by taking off his cap. Here comes Andrew Miller, who had a 3.40 ERA last year. 2 on, nobody out. Runners on base are responsible with Kluber. As Astros letting the... Oh, come back here. And he snapped his bat. Charging in is Miller, and he almost overran it, but does make the catch. Like it is down, 1 down. As he almost overran it, but he didn't. Here's Murphy, who's driven in the only run for Houston. 2-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit in the left center field. 1 run will score, and it will eventually be cut off by the center fielder Mancini. Here comes the second runner, and he will score. It's a 2-run double for Murphy, as he has driven in all 3 runs for Houston, and it's a 3-run game. Time on deck now. Runner sent it 1 out, so a single, then just a play where Odor had should have been a double play. Instead, he bobbled the ball. Should have went the first for the sure out. Instead, he tried to get the lead runner, sent it, not nobody. Then a pop up or pop out. Then a 2-run double. Murphy has driven all 3 runs for Houston, and now there's a runner sent it 1 out, and the time runs on deck. And same situation now. Looks like they're leaving Murphy or Miller for now. Here's Tyler Tucker. Popped up. Shallow center. Charging is Mancini. And he'll make the catch. 2 down as the Astros are down their final out here this afternoon. They're down 3. They need 1 more base runner to bring the time run into play. It's Corey Lee. If he can get on, Altuve will be coming into play, representing the time run. It's a 1-2 pitch. Fans on their feet. Astros down our final out and strike. Hit. If Lee can get on, Altuve will be coming to the plate. Altuve will be coming to the plate, representing the time run. 1-2 pitch. And at the ground ball, this should end it. Thrown to first by Odor. It's in time! And the Rangers win it! 6-3 here on opening day as Joe Madden gets his first win as a Rangers manager. And Kluber does get the win. Greinke did so lost, and there was no save, although it became a safe situation, but you can't pitch your way into the save. Miller came in when it wasn't a safe situation, and it became a safe situation, but you can't pitch your way into a save. So no save, but Kluber did the win, Greinke did the loss. There was no save, although it was a safe situation, but when Miller came in, it wasn't a safe situation, and you can't pitch your way into a save. So Kluber hits the win, he moves to 1-0. Greinke gets lost, he falls to 0-1. As the Rangers win the game 6-3, and the Rangers as a team move to 1-0, and the Astros fall to 0-1. It was a good game. It's a good game. I mean, it's a good game. As a player of the game is Willie Calhoun. Willie Calhoun went 1 for 4 with that 3-run home run in his first at bat of the season. It was that 3-run home run in the second. Rangers got 3 in the second, 3 in the fourth. Astros got 1 in the fifth and 2 in the ninth. But they still lost 6-3. 3 runs and 9 hits, no errors for the 3 runs and 9 hits, no errors for the Astros. 6 runs and 11 hits, 2 errors for the Rangers. Which the first one was because I threw it home accidentally, with Kluber, and then catcher did throw it to first, but it was too late. So on that play, Kluber was slapped with an E1, and the second error was an E4, which E4 means an error by the center baseman. It was on that errant throw on that double play where I think the slide affected. That's what the announcer said. Like the announcers in this game said the slide affected the throw, so the slide affected the throw, and it sailed over LeMahieu's head and into the Rangers dugout. As Calhoun had a 3-run home run, Chirinos had an RBI. Betts had 2 RBIs. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Calhoun had 3 RBIs. Chirinos had an RBI, and then Betts had 2 RBIs in his debut. So I believe LeMahieu, I think everyone has signed. Obviously, we only had to go through 2 pitchers. But Miller, obviously, was his first appearance. Unfortunately, Kluber, by the way, those 2 runs that scored in the 9th inning were charged to Kluber because those runners on base, the runners at first and second, were on base when Kluber left the game. So the second and third run for the Astros, or the 2 runs in the Astros by the Astros in the 9th inning, were charged to Kluber. So he pitched 8 innings. 8 innings pitched, or Kluber's pitching line was 8 innings pitched, 8 hits, no strikeouts, 3 earned runs, and no walks. And for Greinke, 3 2/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 strikeout, 6 earned runs, and 2 walks. Kluber moves to 1-0. Greinke falls to 0-1. And as a team, the Rangers move to 1-0, and the Astros fall to 0-1. As the Rangers, start their title defense by winning, and the Rangers start their title defense by winning here on opening day to beat the Astros 6-3 here at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. As I just said, Betts had 2 RBIs, Chirinos had an RBI, and obviously Calhoun had 3 RBIs, which were all on that 3-run home run. As Willie Calhoun went 1 for 4 with that 3-run home run in his first at bat, is the player of the game, which he should be, because that was a huge 3-run home run, which gave the Rangers 3-0 lead. Then it was 6 in the second. It was 3-0 Rangers in the second. Rangers got 3 more in the fourth and made it 6-0. Astros got 1 in the fifth and made it 6-1, and they got 2 in the ninth and made it 6-3. But unfortunately, they still lost. They did have a timer on deck though, and if Torrey Lee got on in that last at bat, Jose Altuve would have came up representing the tying run, but unfortunately did not, as Lee grounded out to center base. As Murphy, who went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs, drove in all 3 runs for the Astros. Altuve went 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Bredman went 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored. Gurriel went 1 for 4 with a run scored as well. And before I sign off here, I'm going to show you the main menu right now and show you what the next episode will be in this game. I'm not sure when it's going to be in real life. It could be like a few months from now, but just because obviously this time of year when it's around Thanksgiving, Christmas, obviously football is coming to an end or getting towards the back half of the regular season. Hockey's in full swing, basketball's in full swing, and obviously baseball's in the full swing, or is in the middle of the off season. So that's why it's not like it. Then that won't be the show 20 or it won't be the show 21 video. It could be like, won't be like tomorrow. It could be like weeks, or it won't be like 2 months from now, but it could be like a month from now, just because football's in full swing, hockey's in full swing, or football's in the middle of their season now, or not the middle, but towards the end of their season. Hockey's in the middle of their season, basketball's in the middle of their season, and baseball is in the middle of their off season. So that's MLB The Show 20 video, or the next MLB The Show 21 video could be like, I don't know, could be a few weeks from now, could be a month from now, I have no idea. Probably be about a month from now, or less, but it probably won't be more than a month from now. Or it might be just over a month. I'm thinking, I know it might sound weird, but it might be like January 2nd or something, which, yes, that is over a month by like a week, so it could be like 5 weeks from now. But like I said, football's in full the reason why there's not really that many MLB The Show 20 videos or MLB The Show 21, or that's why there's not really the reason why there's not really so many MLB The Show 20 videos or MLB The Show 21 videos is because, well, baseball's in the middle of the off season, and football, basketball, and hockey are in the middle of their season, and baseball's in the middle of their off season. So that's episode of a series. I'm thinking it'll be that's episode of a series. I'm not sure when it's going to be in real life, but in this game it'll be. I'll tell you in that slope. This clip's about to end, so I'll say it in that slope. See you on the other side. So that's episode of a series. I'm not sure when it's going to be in real life, but in this game it'll be the game that the Church is on right now, which is the third and final game of this 3-game series against the next episode of the series will be the game that Church is on right now, which is the third and final game of this 3-game series against the the next episode of the series will be where the Church is right now, which is the third and final game of this 3-game series against the Angels at home. Could be the rubber match. It will be if the series is tied 1 game apiece. But even if, say, we already won the series, or the Angels already won the series, the next episode of the series still will be the game the Church is on right now, which is the third and final game of this 3-game, or of that 3-game series against the Angels at home. So stay tuned. I just not really stay tuned, but that's what the next episode will be. The reason I'm saying that is just to tell you guys and to tell myself when I go back and watch this video of what the next episode will be and how far I can play, and then I'll have to stop and film the next episode of this series. Play off camera, obviously. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, that's how much thumbs on board. If this episode, the like button. Subscribe if you have any. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, and special friends about these videos. And I'm going to see you in episode number 13 of the Texas Rangers March to October continued in franchise series. See you in episode number 13. And eat all the bacon and go Rangers.